Which brings us to the next point, and this one is very important in my mind. And it's the watch independency. And again, of all the watches I tested so far, only the Garmin ones are completely independent. But what is the watch independency? It is how much your watch needs a third-party device like your phone or your computer to work. Several watches I tested definitely need a phone before you can use it for the first time. That doesn't mean you can't go run without your phone. Well, that being said, there are some watches that are dependent to the phone at this point. But I think that if you remain in the 4 big brands of sport watches, which is Garmin, Coros, Polar, and Suunto, well, in the recent years, I think you can't buy a watch that is dependent to this point. But where I want to go with that is that if you pick another watch than a Garmin one, you will need your phone to do most of the edit on your watch. The danger with that is that the well-being of your watch is totally dependent on the health of the company and their willingness to continue to support your watch for the number of years they want to. And here I can't forget what Suunto did a few years back. My good old MB2 had failed in Jeopardy for at least a year. To synchronize the watch, I needed to connect it to MoveScout, which is a web platform that the watch had access through a USB cable connected to the computer and a little software called MoveSlink. A few years ago, Suunto, that saw some of their customers move to their new app, the Suunto app. It's a mobile application that was designed for their new watch. Well, seeing that, they decided to shut down MoveScout. When this one announced, my watch and the one of thousands of people was simply going to be forsaken to become a beautiful empty shell, simply because the company was trying to avoid injecting money in a service to support their very first customers. Naturally, several people, including me, complained. So Suunto developed another application so that we can synchronize our watch. It's not perfect, but almost, so I can't complain. But you see how dangerous it is to have a tool that is this dependent to a mobile application. For my Garmin, yes, you can make some edits on your phone. But it's a brand new thing and it's only optional. If we go back of a generation, the only way to do the edits was straight from the watch. And just to be clear, you can always do that. It's just a novelty that you can also do it from the app on the phone. But when you want to edit your home page, your units, your data fields, your type of satellite connection, your hotkeys, download and update your maps, your battery management, change the language, the backlight settings, or even reset the watch to factory default, you can do it all directly from the watch. If Garmin goes bankrupt tomorrow and their Garmin Connect app shut down, the only thing I would really lost in the watch is the weather. Well, maybe also some other things that I don't think of. But the fact that you can connect your watch through USB to a computer to add and extract data is a big plus toward freedom. For sure, it worked better with the app. But the most important thing is that my $2,000 watch doesn't become an empty shell if something happened to the company. And that cannot happen with my Garmin watch because it's totally independent. So, because I've already experienced what it's like to spend $600 in a watch, and overnight, the company that built it sent me a message, not too clear and a bit awkward, telling me that, well, we are going to do some changes and your watch will no longer be supported. Well, you see why this point is super important for me. An independent watch is also a watch resistant to obsolete schedule. But over the fact that it guarantees your watch to work for a very long time, it's also very handy because you can modify everything straight from your watch. So imagine you are into the swimming pool and, oh, you realize that the length of the pool is not right. Well, you can edit it on the watch. Or you realize that maybe you want to have the distance you have swum since your last break. Well, you can do it on the watch. Garmin is yet the only sport watch company that can offer you that at the moment. At Coros, you can also edit your activity while you are into the activity. But you need your phone that you left in the locker room. At Sunto and Polar, you can also do the edit on your phone that you left in the locker room, of course. But even if you get out of the swimming pool, reach the locker room, take your phone, you cannot do the edit until you end the activity on your watch. So you would have to go out of the swimming pool, reach the locker room, end the activity, and then go on your phone to the application, do the edit, sync it to your watch, wait for the sync to be done, and then you could restart the activity. That will have be divided because you did stop the activity to make the edit. So suddenly, you will probably put the idea on hold and wait for the end of the activity. But you will forget to do it at the end of the activity, and you will probably keep your watch like this for a while. Maybe you will think about it one day, but you will bear your watch like this in the meantime. Really, it's when you're using your watch, doing your sport activity, that you are in the best position to know what kind of data you want to have right now.
This video was an extract of the most complete sport watch purchase guide on YouTube. If you want to see the full video, you can click just right here, and if you want to see the other extracts, you can click just right there. Otherwise, if you're ready to buy your own watch, you can follow my link in the description. And now would be the time to click somewhere, like right now.